In this video, I'll define what winnowing is. I'll teach you how to winnow properly. Then I'll tell you reasons why you should winnow your grains. Winnowing is the act or process of subjecting grain to air currents to separate lighter and heavier components. So by default, the lighter component is the chaff or this powdery dust, while the heavier component is our grain, the actual grain we need. Now, the process of winnowing, you'd use a sieve or a winnow basket. For me, I'm using this green sieve. It's easy for me to handle, but trust me, it's as effective as any other equipment you've seen people using, any other tool you've seen people using. I know most people are used to that brown like tray sieve that looks like it was knitted with palm front, but for me, I'm going to use this one, and you'll see I'll still achieve the same results. Now that's my grain that is right there. I'm just adding another set to it. Yes, you see that white thing that flew out? It's among the things I want to take out of my grain. So with my basket now, I'll go in with a quantity that I know would not pour out. Firstly, you need to study the direction the wind is blowing this dust and whatever chaff is falling out towards. Then you make sure you keep your basin or your sack or whatever medium you use to collect your grain away from that direction, so you don't just walk sufferhead walk, blowing something out, and at the end of the day you still keep your basin where that same dust will go into. So after shaking it like that, I would now go to my basin. You see how I did it? I raised my hand up so that the few chaff that is left in my sieve can get blown away by breeze. Now, if you don't raise your hand up, every chaff that is left inside that sieve, maybe you just turn it casually, would still go in. Now, this is how to shake your grain. You throw it upward like that. Then now, with this particular method of shaking, it's so that anything that is heavy that breeze cannot blow, that settled down at the bottom of your sieve, is going to fall out through that hole. So you shake it very well, so everything that is left at the bottom that you are sure breeze cannot blow out, like let me say those tiny insects, you blow them, you shake it out, then they'll fall off through the hole. Make sure your sieve is fine so you don't lose your grain, and go in with a moderate quantity. Don't fill up your sieve so you don't lose your grain while shaking it. You see, at some point I wanted to rush, then I lost some grain, so be careful. You don't have to rush this process, and the best time to do this is early in the morning before sunrise, when the weather is calm and cool. You know you're outside. You don't want to do this under hot sun. Or you wait till in the evening when it's sunset, then you do it. But doing this under hot sun is going to make the job very, very stressful. Very stressful. So now I have my winnowed grain inside my basin and the unwinnowed grain on the sack. Now I want to test to see if what I'm doing is correct. I've cleaned my hand on my clothes, pardon me. Now I'm putting my hand into my winnowed grain. It came out clean, right? Now see, for the unwinnowed grain, see how dusty my hand came out? Good. Now if you do that and you notice that your hand came out clean when you dipped it into your winnowed grain, you know that you are doing the right thing. So just follow this tutorial and you will get it. Now the reason why you should learn how to winnow yourself is so that you will save costs. If you are hiring someone to do this for you, you know definitely they are offering you professional services, so you would have to pay. And now paying for that would now in turn increase the amount of input you've invested in your business. So it's good you know how to do this. It's not difficult at all. If you notice that it's time for you to sell, you want to take your grain to the market, kindly do this. It will save you a lot. It will increase your profit rate. The money you'd have paid to someone, you ended up doing this yourself and it will go in as your profits. So you see it, I took it up so you can get a clear view of what I mean. If you've watched to this point, please kindly subscribe to my channel. On this channel, I give sewing tutorials, I teach agriculture, I also give lifestyle tips. So there's a lot of value you'll gain by being a member of this channel. Please subscribe so you can get more. I'm going in again. You can see the shaft flying away. Now, before turning this thing, always make sure what you're doing is right. See, I've cleaned my hand again to test this set now. My hand came out clean. Now, the one I've not winnowed, you see the difference. So when you're sure you've done the right thing, all you have to do is to take your winnowed grain to your bag or your container or whatever medium it is you want to use to collect your winnowed grain. For me, I'm using this sack because this is what I'll take to the market. So I was too concerned with checking if my camera was set right. I almost let my grain pour away. So that's just it. So I'm done with this set. This is how we winnow Nigerian style. If you notice my hair was tied, that's because I don't want this white dust. You see as it has painted my black tripod to become white. You see the shaft? I don't want it sitting on my hair. Now you can also use your nose marks to protect your nose. For your hair, if you don't want to tie it, you want to look more trendy, you can use your hair bonnet. So let's learn reasons why you should winnowing our grains. Now I'll just give you a few reasons why you should winnow your grains before taking it to the market. For most buyers, the moment they put their hand into your basin or your sack to fill your grain and they come out with that powdery stuff staining their hand, they will not buy. And you know you're not the only one selling, and your aim is to sell so that you can get money to do other things. So that's one. For most buyers, especially people that want to store, people that want to store theirs for a long time, people that want to plant, they are likely not to buy your grain whenever they see that white powdery stuff. And the next one is the buyers that would accept to buy from you would price your grain at a price that you would not like at all. Now, let me say a mudu of corn or maize or millet or guinea corn, whatever it is, whatever grain is selling at 1,200 naira per mudu. The moment a buyer see that thing, that white stuff in your own grain, they might start telling you they want to pay 500 naira per mudu or 600 or 700. If you get anybody that would even accept to pay 800 naira, that person really tried for you. Now imagine the loss you are getting. Okay, sorry, for those that are not in Nigeria, this is what we call a mudu. Yes, so how best do I explain this? Will I say like an accepted measuring plate? Yes, for measuring your foodstuff, your produce, whatever it is. So in most Nigerian markets, if not all, this is what they use. My location, this is our own accepted model for measuring. So if you want to buy your grain, you want to buy your foodstuff, whatever it is, just tell them, give me one model and they'll give you one of these. Tell them, give me 3 models, they'll fill this on 3 times, and just like that. So now imagine losing 400 to 600 naira on each model. Definitely you are running at a very low profit range. That's if you get profit. Let's say storage was very good that year, so the prices of foodstuff really went up. Even at that, your profit would be so little. Why would you be losing 600 naira on each model? You can get that now. If you do this winnowing now, you will sell at the right price. You sell at the price you are meant to you sell at the price they are meant to sell. But if you decide to say, it's stressful, is this, is that, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, well, just get ready to incur loss. Now, another advantage of winnowing is if you notice that your grain is infested with pests like insects, ants, all these tiny things, and you know the duration in which you want to sell it is close, instead of buying chemicals that will now prolong the time you can sell this grain, you can just use this winnowing as your means to control your pests. Yes, if the infestation level is still low, don't try it if your grain has been fully baptized with insect, it will not have so much impact on it. So if the level of infestation is low, you can now use this winnowing. Yes, I said it's good to do this when the weather is still calm, cool, so you don't really feel the stress in your body. But then if you are doing this for this reason, to drive out insect and the rest, or to control insects in your grain till whenever you want to sell it, and the period should be close, please. If the period is far, please use your chemical. But if the period is close, then you can now winnow it. Then instead of bagging it, you now spread it in the sun for sun to help you kill the insects that are left. You go to a very clean space far from where you winnowed. If not, the ones that are dropped out when you winnowed will still walk down there. So you find somewhere farther than that site, then you spread it for sun to help kill the rest that managed to escape. So I hope you gained value from today's video. If you are coming across my video for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, share my video so others can learn, turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. For my existing subscribers that came back to watch my video, I say thank you. You guys are the real MVP. Kindly share my videos so others can gain from the value you are getting from this channel. Until next time, I say goodbye.